guys. So, I haven't even really wanted to read that much lately in the last several days, just because it just feels like we're so stuck with this awful situation we're in, with like this insane president and this corrupt administration, just everyone like lying and covering and all this insanity going on. And it's just feels like we're just, like, yeah, it's just a lot of rotten things going on, and it's greed, and we have to just wait. It seems like always like the answer. But I was shuffling the cards and wondering what to read on, and these two cards came out, and I put them, I started the read, and what I got, well, like I saw this hangman, and I was like, yes, this is how I feel. Like, and the lovers, I feel, when I asked what's the lovers represent, this is like the union between government and the people. Like the people electing, having fair elections and being able to elect their leaders, and then the leaders actually working for the people. Like this is the union that we want so badly. And it is covered by the Hanged Man, which is just this place, we're just stuck in this place of having to wait. So I kept going and doing the read, and at the top I got Ten of Pentacles. I'm like, yes, there's like the greed that we're dealing with at the surface. And it just is such a yuck card, the way that I read it and felt it. Just the ignoring of all things except the money you can get your hands on. And that's what I feel like we're seeing on the surface with the, greedy people who are profiting off of the insanity and the way the government's being run. And it's just so awful. And then at the base, the Tower, which I thought was interesting. I mean, already 3 major arcana. So, I tried to read into like, what is the Tower representing? And I feel like, and if you put these two together, it's like the greed, and like nobody's like paying attention. Like this is basically America under this administration. The administration itself, it's like, I mean, he just keeps firing people. People are leaving. Like it's absolutely crumbling. Like there's no real government. And I think that was like the sort of sadistic goal of some people, was to make it so there's no government, but it's just crumbling. It's crushing. I mean, there's just like a madman in Donald Trump, and all the people just allowing him to spew his lies and just make up whatever he wants in the moment, crazy conspiracy theories. There's no one really like managing the government. So that's crumbling in it. I don't mean to sound like negative, but I think we kind of just feel that, like, who's taking care of us? Who's taking care of the people? And then, 2 of Pentacles. I feel like I see this in the past. It was like, is the Mueller report going to work? Is the impeachment going to work? Like we keep juggling different like things. And I think that is part of what's like a little tiresome in trying to guess what's going to take him out, because it's just like, is it going to be this? Is it going to be that? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be that? And then I see 10 of Swords here in the coming in position. So it's almost like it's time to stop juggling. And what's coming in, this just sort of like, this to me feels like the coronavirus. Like I feel it in my lungs. And I think that's just going to, like, it's going to get worse, and it's also going to be severe and prominent in Donald Trump's presidency, which I think this read kind of is, even though I didn't set out with a subject. I think that's where we are, because it was what's on my mind. So this is going to end up like these other things we were doing. This is going to be the thing. I think this is going to be the thing that takes him out. I see that we have the Chariot and then the 4 of Wands in these positions. It's like people, I think the Chariot means something's coming fast. And then when I see it in this context of people getting together. So we're starting to have all these social gatherings, people getting together. And like, I think that this is the illness coming fast. I also don't, I don't mean to be negative or like create fear. I just think it doesn't take too much to realize that these social gatherings, I just don't think we're quite, and especially social gatherings where people aren't doing social distancing, and, wearing masks, doing what we can. And this is like, just like desperately trying to find that cure. And it's like, until we do, we need to do the social distance. So I think that things are going to get worse fast because of people getting together in groups and not practicing social distancing. And then Wheel of Fortune at the end. I mean, it sort of makes me feel similar to the way the Hangman makes me feel. It's just like, I mean, I am glad we have a Wheel of Fortune at the end. It's just that the wheel will turn because of this. So, and then at the base at that point, I had the moon. And then I noticed under the moon was the world and then judgment. And I thought, well, all three of these belong together. And I too feel like really this is trying to make me feel better. These are like, I mean, with that, these 4 cards are so powerful. It's like, whatever we are waiting on, it's really, 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 really big and like life changing and country changing and world changing. Got the world there. The moon being, there's more secrets that we don't know. There are things that we don't know yet. And I also do think this moon card is relating to the virus. Maybe there's some like financial things that we just don't know yet, or and also related to the world. I do feel like Donald Trump is not just he's not like working for Americans. He's working more for others on the world stage. And I think that this judgment card tells me that it's going to become more apparent. And that's another thing. Things are becoming so transparent that it's like, to read on these things, it's like you can already see. But this tells me the secrets, the world stage secrets, like Donald Trump and his playing on the world stage as opposed to working for just America and Americans, is going to be seen and known and judged. And I see this as just happening naturally. Like everyone's just day by day, we're just going to see it. It's just becoming transparent. So I had that, and then I decided to add a couple more cards here. And these are the cards I got. 7 of Cups, Illusion Delusion, and then 9 of Cups. And what I see in these cards with the Wheel of Fortune, and that's interesting also because the word fortune there, because what I see here is the illusion. I do see this as the illusion of Donald Trump's wealth, because there's one of the little like cups in here and I was drawn to that, has these like coins, and it's just like, I'm so rich and I'm so like well off. And I think that the illusion of so maybe this hopefully would relate to some of the tax returns coming out. This is in the position of, a long-term outcome as opposed to the short-term outcome, is we're going to be dealing more with the coronavirus stuff. But then there is a Wheel of Fortune after this plays itself out, and we will get to a time when we will see that his fortune, his wealth, is an illusion. So hopefully that means tax returns. And then I saw at the bottom of the deck at this point, the 6 of Wands. Someone will be celebrated for, this could even be, it could end up being that judge. It could end up being a journalist or someone who is celebrated for releasing some information that shows us the fraud, that he's a fraud. And I think that it's going to help a lot if people can see what a fraud he is. I don't know why they can't see it already every single day, but if it has to be the financial stuff that shows it, then great. And I think, relating to these 3 major arcana, like at the base, learning that he has some of his money is like tied up in other countries and that sort of thing. The secrets of his money tied up in other countries, like of course Russia and all of that, and the judgment that will come from that. So I look forward to that. And then the being able to celebrate someone who will be the one to finally like make a move so that we can see more truths about him. And under that, the Nine of Swords, his worst nightmare. So there's that. I mean, I do think that we have a little bit of more time kind of just like in this space. For some reason, this coronavirus stuff has to play out. Maybe just more people need to see and learn and figure out what a greedy fraud he is. And then ultimately, I do think it's telling us that his finances, you will see more. We will see that his wealth is an illusion and that it is, tied up in the places that we suspect. And we will have our judgment day. So I hope you liked that read. Thanks for being there for me to share it with. Let me know if you had any thoughts in the comments. And thank you. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.